Welcome to this tutorial on the insertion sort algorithm. This is a fundamental concept in computer science and a perfect starting point for understanding how we can organize data efficiently. We often call it an incremental sorting technique because it builds the final sorted list one item at a time. To understand insertion sort, simply think about how you sort playing cards in your hand. When you pick up a new card, you don't just put it anywhere. You look at the cards you are already holding, and you place the new card into its correct position relative to the others. This natural process is exactly what the algorithm does. The core idea is to virtually split the array into two parts. On the left, we have the sorted sublist, which starts with just one number. On the right, we have the unsorted sublist containing the rest of the numbers. The goal is to take one number at a time from the unsorted side and insert it into the correct spot on the sorted side. Here is the step-by-step process. First, we assume the first element is already sorted because a single number cannot be out of order. Second, we pick the next element. Third, we compare it with the sorted elements before it. Fourth, if we find elements larger than our chosen number, we shift them to the right to make space. Finally, we insert our number into the gap we created. Let's trace this with an example. We have an array starting with 5, 2, 4, 6, and 1. We consider 5 as sorted. We then pick the number 2. We compare 2 with 5. Since 2 is smaller than 5, we move 5 to the right and insert 2 at the beginning. Now our sorted list contains 2 and 5. The next number to sort is 4. We compare 4 with 5. 4 is smaller, so we shift 5 to the right. Next, we compare 4 with 2. 4 is larger than 2, so we stop shifting and insert 4 right after the 2. Let's look closer at the logic. When we want to insert the number 3 into a sorted list like 2, 4, 5, 8, we save 3 in a temporary variable called the key. We then check 8, 5, and 4. All of them are greater than 3, so we shift them one position to the right. This overwrites the original position of 3, but that is fine because we saved it. Finally, we place the key into the empty spot. Here is how we write this in code. We loop starting from the second element, which is index 1. We store the current value in a variable called key. Then, we use a while loop to look backwards. As long as the previous value is greater than our key, we copy that value to the next position. When the loop finishes, we assign our key to the correct location. Let's talk about performance. In the best case, if the array is already sorted, the algorithm runs in linear time, or O of n, because it only makes one comparison per element. However, in the average and worst cases, such as a reverse sorted list, it runs in quadratic time, or O of n squared, because for every element, we might have to shift the entire sorted section. For space complexity, insertion sort is excellent. It is an in-place algorithm, meaning it requires O of one auxiliary space. We do not need to create a new array. We just need a tiny bit of extra memory to store the single key variable during comparisons. So when should you use it? It is very simple to implement and actually faster than complex algorithms like quicksort for very small datasets. It is also adaptive, meaning it's fast for nearly sorted data, and stable, meaning it preserves the order of duplicate items. The main disadvantage is that it is inefficient for large lists due to the O of n squared time complexity. To summarize, insertion sort builds a sorted list one item at a time, just like sorting cards. It is efficient for small or partially sorted data and uses very little memory, but you should avoid it for large datasets where faster algorithms like merge sort or quicksort are preferred. Thanks for watching this overview.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.